Well, welcome back from spring break. Hope everyone had a great spring break. Now we're on to project 2. One thing I wanted to show you before we go to week 8 lecture. Project 2 assignment description, and here are the resources to complete project 2. Memo template, I'll talk about that in a minute. We have to have turn on comments, change, citing generative AI in APA, an example format, how to write a summary, because we're going to be writing summaries. Okay, so let's go to week 8. In week 8, we're working with the template. Well, and this is something you must use for the assignment. Let's look at it. Here it is. It's a Word file. Here's how to download it. You download it, you save it somewhere, and you use this. Exactly this. When you're writing a section, you just delete all this and place your information here. These are set up using the styles feature. This is so it's a better organization, and if someone's using a screen reader, it logically tells them where to go. It's to me, Dr. Johnson, from your student name goes here, the date, and what is this about. So here's the sections that you're going to have, and these are the same sections that are in the project 2 description. You leave this here, you replace this, you write in here. And Gemini Thinking tells you what you're going to do, and you use 1 direct quote, purpose, 2 direct quotes, audience, 2 direct quotes, feedback. This is where you talk about your interaction using the generative AI or Gemini. Conclusion, this is a standard conclusion. And just because it's one heading, again, it's not going to be 1 paragraph. You're not writing word walls in here. You're using effective paragraphing, which means 1 paragraph is 1 idea. If you're talking about something else, it becomes another idea or another paragraph. The way I do this, if you write a big word wall, use the highlight feature in Word and highlight all the sentences that make the same idea. They're talking about the same thing. Break those into different paragraphs and then just fix the paragraphing in them. Conclusion is just a standard conclusion. The appendix, this is your reference. You're going to have 1 reference APA cited here. Okay? You're going to insert the page break. And look, we have a format now using headings. Your introduction, your what, your so what, now what, and conclusion. Again, here's how you download it. You save it someplace on the cloud, on your desktop, in a folder, and then you work from this. Okay? So that's what we're working with. And we're focusing on the body now. The introduction and the conclusion, well, you can't write those until you know what you're writing about. So you're starting with the body. Writing's not linear, like you might have been taught in high school. You don't start with the introduction and write down to the conclusion. And it's iterative. You can write a little bit on, say, the audience, and then you don't like that, so you write a little bit about Gemini Thinking. That's how it is. It's an iterative process. This talks about how to find the thinking process. Remember, here's our prompt that we're using, and you need to have your 10 sources and take out the crap annotations. Take out that information so you just have a list of the 10 sources, and then this is what you're asking Gemini to do. And there's a sample of this available. You can see what these sections look like. Okay? And here's what you do. You complete the header information. You draft a section of either thinking, purpose, or audience, and you're going to copy and paste that into the discussion box, and there's going to provide feedback to someone, and there's no Driscoll reflection. And so here's some examples of summaries, not using what we're doing, but this is what the prompt, the thought process was. So here's week 8 again. Okay, that's the lecture for this week. Again, we're going to be mainly just writing and writing and writing and writing and drafting for the next weeks. Again, if you have a specific question, email me a general question, put it in the extra credit. If you do not know how to save a document as a Word document by now and upload it, please go to the IT folks or Technology Learning Labs. I think now you find some in the library, some on the second floor of CCH, because this is a skill you need, because I don't accept links toward documents on your OneDrive or your Google account. I do not accept PDF files. That's all. We're back at it again. Bye.